Hey y'all, thanks for joining me for just a little bit today. If you're new here, my name is Michelle and I'm here to talk about aging as a female and all that goes along with that. Pretty specific to these beginning videos, I've been talking about my gray hair transition. I stopped full head hair coloring in May of 17 and I stopped root touch-ups in May of 18. So for those of you that have been following along, this is my 9th weekly video on my gray hair transition and my 23rd week with no hair dye at all. And I'm going to come closer so you can see the gray. I think the hair is the stuff growing in. I've got like parts of it that are really white and then parts of it that look like it's going to be more like a slate color. And also as it gets back here and even from there down in the back, it looks like it's darker maybe. So maybe I'm going to be like lighter around my face and then darker as I get back. I don't know. I know that I did run into a girl at the chiropractor yesterday, I think, so, recently, and she had the prettiest hair. Her hair was short, and it was gray, and it was curly, and she just like pulled the top part back, and it was just so cute. And I noticed, of course, she looked young, and I noticed her hair color, and I asked her about it, and she said it was her natural color, and she was so open and honest and nice and talking about how much she loved it and how she had not regretted one day of it. And that kind of encouragement, and to see something like that and see it finished and done, it looked so good. And plus she was saying that she had just, done nothing to it, that, that it wasn't even at its best, and I just was kind of enthralled with it. So that was really a cool thing to see. It's so encouraging to see that and see people's hair color. Even though I don't have like a lot of gray yet, I am noticing that I like the gray. I like the color that's coming in. I like the variances in it. I like the different, hues and tones, and I just like that it's different. I am so used to the solid color box look that this is really different to see these different colors, and I think I'm gonna like it. I really do. I go back and forth, and I have my good days and my bad days, but I really think I'm gonna like it. I like the color, and I think I hope I hope I'm gonna like it, maybe, is what I'm trying to say. Today I just want to talk really quick, because I usually do talk about something when I come on and talk about the hair transition. And one of the things that, because part of this is like, it's like this mental journey too. It's not just this physical transformation, it's like this mental thing. At least it has been for me. And one of the things that I wanted to talk about is overthinking. And the reason I wanted to talk about that is because I am such an overthinker. My last video I put up, and I was kind of teasing about how I feel like my dark hair is growing back up my head and stuff like that. And I think my hair growth really has slowed down. I don't know about you guys, but it seems to me, and can't tell you why it would be like this, but it seems to me that either my fingernails are growing fast or my hair is growing fast. And lately my fingernails have been growing really, really fast. And I don't know if it's just like, it feels like maybe my body's putting the energy into one or the other or something. Maybe that's silly. It should grow together. And maybe my hair is growing as fast as it was, but it just feels a little slow right now. Or maybe it's just that I haven't used the purple shampoo in a while, so because I've been trying to really deep condition my hair, it feels really dry, and maybe the color's just not showing up as much. I don't know, but whatever it is, I tend to overthink. I put up a thing about my hair not growing out as fast, and I want to troubleshoot why, and I want to figure out what I need to do and all this kind of stuff. And when I really stopped and thought about it, and I think I even mentioned it in last week's video, I enjoy it. I'm enjoying this. I hope that anybody else who is doing this is enjoying it. I hope you're enjoying your gray hair going to here and then the rest of it being dyed or whatever it is. I like this. I like this process. So I'm trying to relax and just enjoy it. I just want to, because so many things in my life I look back on, and it was like when I was in it, I was kind of looking toward the end, and then I realized that the process of it was what I missed later on. So it may take a while. It probably will take a while. My hair's long. A lot of people are encouraging me or suggesting that I get my hair cut, that I could almost at this point cut off most of the color and just have short hair and let it grow from there. But I don't think I'm going to do that. I like my hair long. I'm afraid if I did that, I wouldn't be patient enough to grow it long again. And I don't mind. I don't mind it. I don't mind that it's different colors. I don't mind. So I think I'm going to just enjoy the process and let it go. I overthink everything. If, for example, we're talking about Christmas gifts, because we buy Christmas gifts for our daughters and grandsons and stuff early. So in talking about it, like, for example, if my daughter may say, oh, my husband would like a widget, then I'm like, well, what kind of widget? What size widget? And then I like research everything there is to know about widgets, and I just go overboard on it. I want to make sure I get the very best price. I want to make sure I get the very best brand. I want to read every review, particularly the negative reviews, to make sure that this widget is the best widget in the world. And while that's not a bad thing, I mean, it's a good thing because you assure that the money you spend is well spent and it's not thrown away. If it's socks or something, I mean, it's okay to not think that much, right? I mean, I don't know. I just need to try not to overthink everything. Try to enjoy this process. I was at the chiropractor this morning, and she was like behind me at my neck, and she's like, "You're so tense." She's like, "Let's take a deep breath and just relax some of these muscles as we're doing this." So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to try to do that and apply it to the various areas of my life. And that's where I'm at this week. So let me know if you are an overthinker, and if you are, what you do about it. Do you embrace it? Do you think about being an overthinker? You enjoy it so much? Or do you wish you didn't overthink everything? And let me just say, I'm glad that I think about a lot of things. I don't think it's necessarily a bad thing at all. I just don't think I should do that about everything. And I think it's like part of learning to enjoy the process, because that's kind of what everything is, right? Is the process. So I don't think it's all bad. I know I have friends who are very spontaneous, and part of me envies that, but part of me sees the trouble that they have, or that things don't always work out exactly the way they want them to work out, because in my opinion things weren't maybe prepared for. For example, when we go to Florida, we go usually once a year, and we go for a few weeks, and it's a process to me, and it's one that I have notes prepared, things to take, things to do beforehand, things to just things that are going to make the trip nicer. I don't plan like every minute of the trip. As a matter of fact, most of the trip is not planned, but things that we'd like to do, and we think this year, oh, I'd like to do that next year if the weather's good or if the weather's not too hot or whatever, then I make like a little checklist of that as a reminder of things that we want to do. And our trips are always so nice. We have like suggestions of things that we want to do that we've thought about before. We have everything we need, and people tease me about it a lot. I was going to say a little bit, but it's not a little bit. A lot. But it works, and it works for us. And it was like a process at one point, and now I have a folder, and so it's not a big process anymore. It's just easy now because I did think a lot about it. I still think that some things are good to think a lot on and prepare for, but I, again, don't need to do it for every single thing in my life. I don't. For those of you who have asked about the puppy, thank you for asking about him. His name is Jack, and he is doing good. He has another vet appointment in, it's about 10 or so more days from now. So hopefully he'll be better by then and everything will have checked out. And because he's still on medications, but he is doing good. He's a puppy and he chews on stuff, and he's just so excited to see you and so happy, and he's just the sweetest little thing. He is so sweet. And we have a little note on the fridge with the days it's been since he's had an accident in the home, because we are potty training him, like, where he goes outside, and we call it Jackcidents, 0 days since Jackcidents, because he had 2 Jackcidents yesterday. So he's doing good. He's we still have some things to work on with him. He's just so sweet, just the sweetest, most submissive little puppy I've ever seen, and we are crazy about him. And I've put some, or so far, but I will have more pictures of him, I know, on Instagram. So I'll put my Instagram up here if you guys want to check that out. And you can see I do some hair pictures there. You can see the length of my hair sometimes and some different hairstyles and stuff. No, you don't see hairstyles, but like my hair pulled back and stuff like that. I don't usually do much other than that. But pictures of the dog, of Jack, and just different pictures anytime you want to check it out. If you do go over there and you're from here, say hello and let me know that that you saw it from here. I'd like to thank you guys for asking about him and for all your encouragement on that. If you have any knowledge about how to potty train dogs, how to train them to go outside, I would love to hear your tips or tricks on that, because I'm kind of winging it and going by some of the YouTube videos that I've seen. So leave your comments below if you have any comments on ways to do that. With a 5-month-old puppy, he's not a little bitty puppy. He's definitely old enough to hold his bladder. He does it in a kennel all night, and he does great in the kennel at night. He sleeps all night long. So he can definitely hold his bladder. It's just when he gets excited, when he comes in, it's like he forgets to go back out. He forgets to, he just does his business in the house. So anyway, if you have any tips on that, I'd love to hear it. If you have any gray hair comments, I always love to hear them. I've loved all the comments that I get. You guys are great. It's great to have this this community talking about this. It makes it so much easier. Otherwise, you guys, I would feel like I was alone, me and the lady from the chiropractor, just me and her, because I just don't see it that much around here. So I really appreciate the comments and the friendships that you guys have extended to me. I really appreciate it. So on this channel, I'm going to be sharing things that I'm interested in, like aging as a female in this society and ways that I work to keep myself healthy, like diet, nutrition, exercise, going gray naturally and all that entails. I'll be talking about some of the things that I've tried and whether it worked or whether it didn't work, like makeup or shampoo or anti-aging products and different stuff like that. I plan to talk about self-acceptance and love and how important that is when you're going through changes and really during all parts of life. So I'm also going to talk a little bit about what I like to call unlikely frugality, which to me is spending money to save money. I think some things that you buy can really end up saving you some money in the long run. So I'm going to talk a little bit about that. And then I've already done a video that should go up before this video, just about little tips, just little household tips, like little things that we should pass along to each other, things that may make your life easier and that kind of thing. So if any of this interests you and you want to follow along, hit the little red subscribe button, ring the bell, and it'll notify you whenever I put up a video. Right now I'm mostly doing videos. I'm committed to doing videos once a week. I've been able to do them twice a week for a little bit, so that is what I'm striving for, is to put up 2 videos a week, one at the beginning of the week and then one usually on Thursday. Sometimes it may be Friday. It just depends on how it goes. So thank you all for watching and commenting and being here, and remember to always be your authentic self, even and maybe especially as that changes. We don't have to do this alone. And we're going to see you next time. Bye-bye.